You just picked up a brand new pegboard, and now you want to use it to charge all your favorite tech products. Hello everybody, my name is David with Side of Tech, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to build a pegboard charging station in 5 easy steps. Let's check it out. So the first step to building out this pegboard setup is to find out what kind of hardware we're going to use. The first item we're going to need is a pegboard. This one specifically is called the Skatis pegboard. I like this one because you can pick it up at any local IKEA and also has its own ecosystem of products. Just make sure you pick up a whole bunch of accessories that you'll be using. You'll definitely want to save yourself a trip if you need more. Also from IKEA. I also highly recommend picking up this tool set. It has the drywall screws that we need for the installation since the pegboard itself doesn't come with any. Next we're going to be needing a compact source of power. Our power source is this mini surge protector from Anker. This is perfect since we have 3 USB ports and a whole bunch of flexibility with the outlets. Last but not least, we're going to be needing some cable ties. This is optional if you want to clean up your cables and have your pegboard looking nice and clean. And then we're going to be using some Velcro, specifically these Velcro squares that I picked up from Amazon. Now that we have all of our hardware and accessories, let's go ahead and move on to our next step. The next step is the placement and the installation of the pegboard. The Skatis is super easy to install. All you have to do is just pay attention to the instructions IKEA gives you. Make sure you mark in pencil and use a measuring tape for the measurements of your board. It also helps to get a leveler just to make sure all of your lines are straight. This part can be stressful, but don't worry, you can always adjust the knobs to level everything out. Once you drill out the holes, you'll want to put on the included bracket onto the wall. Use the included screws to secure it down. Level everything out and then secure the knobs onto the pegboard. The installation is the hardest part of the setup, but just be patient, give yourself some time, and we can move on to the next step. Now that we've installed the pegboard, our next step is to plug in our power source and find out where we want to mount that. Now we're going to need our Velcro strips. One is going to go on the power strip itself, and then the other one will go on the pegboard. Make sure you decide on a good spot since the Velcro strips have really strong adhesive. I'm putting mine on the bottom left since it's mostly out of the way and I don't have to worry about too much cable showing. If the cable bothers you enough, go ahead and get a cable raceway. I'll go ahead and link one down below in the description from Amazon. Since this specific surge protector doesnn't have a USB-C port, I went ahead and plugged in my own. Now go ahead and power everything on, nice and easy, and we should be all set to go on to the next step. So most people will tell you to plan out your design on the floor. That's a really good idea too, but the problem with this is you won't know how everything is when it's standing upright, because you know, gravity. Try to segment your accessories to where you have the best reach of your power strip. For me, I have a couple of headsets that I want to charge and also my gaming keyboard. This is where the pegboard becomes so adaptable for anyone who wants to build one. You can customize it for charging camera gear, gaming stuff, or whatever you'd like. As far as all the other accessories go, I want to display some of my keyboard switches, as well as organize some of my most used charging cables. Now that we've landed upon a layout that we're happy with, let's go ahead and move on to the last step. Our fifth and last step is to test everything and make sure the layout is working out for you. Alright, now that you've come this far, go ahead and take a step back and take a look at your pegboard. Do you like the way it's set up? If you need to move some stuff around, here's your chance. Another piece of advice that I can give you guys is look stuff up on Pinterest or on Instagram. You might find some really great ideas and some new people to follow. For now, this is what my setup is, but later on down the line, I might want to change some stuff up. Great job everybody, enjoy your pegboard setup. So guys, what did you think about my pegboard setup? In the future, I'm going to be experimenting more with this. I'm going to fine tune it more to my needs. The great thing about these is you can always change up your layout whenever you need something new. That's definitely the main reason why I got myself one as well. I'll have affiliate links listed down in the description below, that way you can pick up every single one of these pieces here. But if you guys have any kind of suggestions or any other questions, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I'm always looking for more tips on how I can optimize things, so definitely feel free. Also feel free to subscribe and like the video. It really does help the channel out, you guys, and I really appreciate it. If you guys are looking for extra content, feel free to follow me on all my social medias, especially my Instagram, because that's where I post all of my behind the scenes, reels, photos, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. And with all that being said, you guys, this was David serving you a little side of tech, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you guys.